Hi, students. Today's lesson is going to be on multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. So in order to multiply and dividing mixed numbers, you actually have to change the mixed numbers, rewrite the mixed numbers as improper fractions. How do we do that? Well, first, you multiply the denominator by the whole number. So the denominator is 3 here, and you multiply by the whole number, and that gives you 12. After you do that, you add that 12 to the numerator. So add the numerator. So 12 plus 1 will give you 13. Okay? And then your denominator stays the same. The denominator doesn't change. Your denominator stays the same. So your improper fraction would be 13 over 3. Okay? So let's do some example problems on multiplying mixed numbers. So again, first thing you need to do, so your question is 7 1/3 times 1 1/4. You have to change each of them to mixed numbers first. So we multiply the whole number times the denominator. So 7 times 3 is 21. And then you add the numerator to that. Plus 1 gives you 22. So you're going to have that numerator is now going to be 22, and the denominator stays the same. And we do the same thing to the other mixed fraction if it's a mixed fraction. So whole number times the denominator, 1 times 4, which is 4, plus the numerator, plus 1, gives you 5. This is going to be 5 over 4. And this is a good time. You don't have to do this step. You're going to have to simplify later. But now your numbers are most generally going to be larger. So you might want to start getting into the habit of cross-simplifying. So when you do 3 and 5, there's no common factor other than 1. So you don't simplify there. 22 and 4, on the other hand, have a common factor of 2. So we divide both numbers by 2. And your new numbers are going to be 11 because 22 divided by 2 is 11. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay? And now you multiply the numerators together, 55. 11 times 5 is 55. 3 times 2 is 6. And because the number started off as mixed fractions, you want to now change it back to a mixed fraction. So the best way to do that is long division. So 55 divided by 6. Remember, the numerator, it goes underneath the division bar. So 6 goes into 55 9 times. 9 times 6 is 54. Remainder 1. So your 9 is your whole number. Whole number. Okay, so it comes out here. Whole number. Remainder is your numerator. Remainder is your numerator, and your denominator, I can't spell, I really can't spell right now. Your denominator stays the same. So you're going to have denominator is 6 over there, so it's going to be 9 1/6. Let's do another example problem. So 2 2/5 times 1 2/3. So we multiply the whole number times the denominator, 2 times 5. It's 10 plus the numerator, which is 2, gives you 12. So it's going to be 12 over 5. And now the other one's a mixed fraction, so we do the same thing. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2, that is 5. So it's going to be 5 over, denominator is 3 over 3. And now, if you can cross simplify, you cross simplify. 5 and 5 are the same, so those just turn into 1. 12 and 3 have a common factor of 3, so 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1, so your mixed fraction is just going to be a whole number of 4. Okay? You don't need to write this. This actually, you can leave blank. Okay, you can leave that blank. How about you pause the video and try this on your own to see if you get the right answer. If not, work on it with me. So 1 times 2, whole number times the denominator. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. This is going to be 3 over 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. So it's going to be 21 over 5. Now let's check to see if you can simplify here. 2 and 21 don't have a common factor, and 3 and 5 don't have a common factor. So this is where we just multiply across. So 3 times 21 is 63. 2 times 5 is 10. There are 6 tens that go into 5, so 6 times, 6 tens, and you're going to have 3 left over, and 10's remainder denominator. If you're doing long division, you can do long division for it. So 63 divided by 10, 6, 60. Subtract, you're going to get 3. So 6 remainder, 3. 6 is your whole number, 3 is your numerator, and 10 is your denominator. How about dividing mixed numbers? So when you're dividing mixed numbers, change a mixed number to improper fraction. So 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1, that's 17 over 4. 1 and 1/3 is 1 times 3, plus 1 is 4 over 3. And remember, because it's division, you have to rewrite this as a reciprocal of multiplying the reciprocal. First fraction remains the same. Change to multiplying and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 3 over 4. And now check to see if you can cross simplify. 3 and 4 don't have a common factor, and neither do 17 and 4. So we just multiply across. 17 times 3 is 51. 4 times 4 is 16. And now we're going to divide 51 divided by 16. 16 times 3 is 48. 3 remainder 3. So 3 is your whole number. Your remainder is 3, which is your numerator. And your denominator stays the same as 16. Let's try another practice problem. So 3/5 is already an improper fraction. We keep it the same. 3 is written as a fraction as 3 over 1. So we don't have to change any mixed fractions to... Actually, we do. This would tell is... No, we're fine. 3 over 1. And now we keep the first fraction, multiply, and then change, find the reciprocal, take the reciprocal of the second fraction. And now check to see if you can cross simplify, and you can over here. 3 and 3 are the same. So you can just do division of 3 for both of them as they turn into 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. So the answer is just going to be 1/5. Same thing. Doesn't change. Or you might have also had like 3 over 15. You would have had to simplify that to 1/5 if that's what you're writing here. Let's do one more practice problem. Maybe you want to pause the video and try it on your own to see if you get the same answer as me. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 4. And then this is an improper fraction, so you can just write it as 2/3. So you rewrite the first fraction the same, change to multiplying, and take the reciprocal of the second fraction as 3 over 2. 3 and 4 don't have a common factor, neither do 9 and 2. So you're going to end up having 9 times 3 is 27. 4 times 2 is 8. And then 27 divided by 8. 8 goes into 27 3 times. Remainder 3. So it's going to be 3 whole with 3 is remaining as a numerator, and your denominator stays the same as 8. All right. Let's try some word problems over here. So Brennan bought 6 1/4 pounds of salmon for his family. Each portion was about 12 pounds of salmon. How many portions could he serve? So you're trying to see, is this a multiplication problem or a division problem? So, is there anything that you're trying to talk about? Dividing it up, splitting it up, maybe even equal portions. He has a total of 6 1/4, and he's trying to figure out how many portions he can get.